Good morning. For very many days now, I've given absolutely no consideration to the man named Robert Malone. I spent quite a bit of time researching him, and what my findings were, I've already made a video about that. But then, recently, I came across a document by the Ministry of Health of the Israeli government, and they came out with a news release specifically about Robert Malone. And we're going to visit that web page. So this is the official website of the Ministry of Health of the Government of Israel. And this article is about Robert Malone. When did this come out? It says the published date is 19/12/2021. So that would be the 19th of December 2021. I'm going to read the whole article, every word. So what it says, true, the vaccine for coronavirus is safe, effective, and saves lives. It says false. The inventor of the mRNA technology says that the vaccine is toxic. I can't read Hebrew, otherwise I would have. But it does say in English under the picture of Robert Malone, fake. And a lot of people have known this long before this news release came out. So I'm just going to read it here. And then I'll put it on YouTube alongside the link for this news release. Over the last few days, a false video has been circulating on social media by a man named Robert Malone, who has been spreading lies and falsehoods since the outbreak of the pandemic. In order for you and your loved to not become ensnared by this far-fetched conspiracy theory, let's break the fake and spread some real scientific knowledge. It's a bit of a long read, but an important one. In a nutshell, he did not invent mRNA technology, nor the technology of the vaccine for coronavirus, and he has been spreading fake news since the outbreak of the pandemic. One of the most prominent purveyors of fake news in the coronavirus age is Robert Malone, who is usually presented as either the inventor of the mRNA technology or of the mRNA vaccine. We'll address these claims at the end, but let's start with the claims that he has made in his most recent viral video. The spike protein being injected is toxic. Is it? No, complete fake. What is being injected is an RNA sequence coded in such a way as to create the virus spike protein, the same protein responsible for infection with the virus. What it means is that the vaccine actually teaches a handful of our cells how to temporarily produce the spike in order for our immune system to respond against it, as if it were the virus. The RNA dissolves naturally within a short period of time, and the immune system learns of this protein and expels it, similar to how it would react when the virus invades. Hundreds of millions of people have already received this vaccine, and billions of others have been vaccinated with similar technologies. AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, and several other manufacturers from India and Russia. And no excess mortality rates have been detected among vaccinated individuals. Quite the opposite, actually. These have been detected among those who have been infected with coronavirus. The exact same protein is produced in our body when the virus invades. So far, hundreds of millions of people around the world have been officially recognized as infected by the virus. So how can being infected by the virus be any better than than being vaccinated against it? For the removal of doubt, the serious disease is not caused by the toxicity of this protein or another. The spike protein is one of the factors that make coronavirus so infectious, and that's why it has become the target to which the vaccines and certain treatments are aimed. We want to disarm the virus before it can cause any damages. This purveyor of fake news has been presenting a list of supposedly irreversible damages to various systems. The brain and neural system, fake. The heart and blood vessel system, including blood clots, fake. The reproductive system, fake. The vaccine resets the immune system, fake, fake, fake. There are no evidence or indications of any brain damages caused by vaccine. There are no evidence or indications of long-term damages to the heart. And as for the supposed reset of the immune system, that's a total fabrication. For the purposes of this discussion, if this were true, we would have seen people infected by other diseases after vaccination. Damages to the heart and blood vessels are damages caused by the virus. As for the finding regarding myocarditis, inflammation of the heart muscle, among those vaccinated, even here, their prevalence as well as severity are much lower than those same conditions caused by the virus. There are also certain indications that among some people, the virus affects the brain. This affects implications. It says this affects implications remain to be seen. Yes, there was an article, I think, in the Reuters also about this, and a few other news sources. Continuing the reading. The same purveyor of fake news claims that the vaccine's damages outweigh the damages of the virus. This is also completely far-fetched, and there are several studies that prove it, including an excellent study by Professor Ran Ballister. Later in this video, he claims that the technology has not been sufficiently tested. This is a relatively new technology, but it has been tested in a number of clinical trials over the last 2 decades, and moreover, it has been safely administered to hundreds of millions of people all over the world. As for concerns over the long-term effects of the virus, these are highly unlikely. Long-term side effects do not happen from vaccinations, and the vaccine's rare side effects have already been detected. You should remember, exposure to the virus is just a matter of time. The vaccine provides the body with early information on the virus and allows it to fight it effectively. This is not a question of if it happens, but rather of when it happens. And this is where they address about the person. A few words on Robert Malone. Robert Malone had some involvement in the development of the technology in cells and in frogs sometime back in the late 1980s as a student. That's it. He did not invent the vaccine for coronavirus. The most that can be said for him is that he was a star that quickly faded into obscurity, and even that is doubtful in light of the testimonies of those who worked with him. Ever since the outbreak of the pandemic, he has been busy making up rumors and spreading disinformation. Try Googling Robert Malone fact check, and you could see how many times his lies have been disproven. What can be said about Robert Malone is that he's a man who spreads lies that hurt other people. Do not spread his lies. Do not follow people who spread his lies. And please, post the link to this page wherever his name is brought up. And then it gives, if you want to contact, you can contact the Davidson Institute. And they have more on the subject if you want to visit. But I'm just going to post the link to this page, and then I've read the whole thing for you. You're quite welcome to explore further. And why the government of Israel? Because Israel has been the foremost country, most aggressive when it comes to vaccinations. So they should be the ones who have the best information about the effects of the vaccine as compared to the effects of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. So they're in a position to say what they're saying. That's it then. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. I hope you have a good day.